Video vlog, take one. Okay, so basically, graffiti art. Graffiti art is now basically part of pop culture, and you see it in magazines, you see it in television, you see it in movies, you see it on clothing lines. Graffiti art is now pop culture, but there was a time when it wasn't, and there was a time when painting illegally, you could get arrested or you could even get killed. This message and this video is going out to young graffiti artists who now maybe want to make a name for themselves. I just want to warn you of the dangers of it. It's a great sport. It's a good way to make money because people do buy graffiti art. But if you paint illegally at these illegal yards, it's possible you could get arrested or you could even get shot or killed. In 1996, I was almost shot by a rival graffiti artist. And I basically painted a tag next to one of his pieces, and he got upset about that. And when we met in person, he pulled a gun on me in front of like 30 people, put the gun away, and then I beat him up. And I'm known for it, and I survived it, even though I came this close to getting shot. There are unwritten rules to graffiti. And then on the same token, there are no rules to graffiti. Like some of the unwritten rules are, don't paint over someone that you don't paint better than. If you can't paint better than what's on the wall, don't go over it. That's one of the rules. Some of the other rules I've heard are a tag goes up, a throw up goes over a tag, a piece goes over a throw up, and a production goes over a piece. And a giant mural will go over all of that. That's some of the unwritten rules that I've heard about. I started playing around with graffiti in 1984 when I was a kid. The movie Beat Street came out. I didn't see it, and to be honest with you, I'm a little embarrassed because I didn't see the movie Beat Street until like 2015, which is crazy being a graffiti artist. But also, what else? The other movie, Style Wars, is another movie. A lot of people got into graffiti art because they saw a movie. I got into graffiti art because I'm from the Bronx and I saw it in my neighborhood. I saw the tags go up. I saw the pieces on the paddleball courts, the handball courts. I saw the pieces going up on the convenience stores, on the little bodegas. And when I was growing up, I needed a culture because I don't speak Spanish. I'm Puerto Rican, but I don't speak Spanish, so like my own people don't really accept me. So when I was a teenager and I kind of was trying to develop a culture for myself, trying to figure out who I was, I gravitated towards the Bronx hip hop scene and the graffiti scene. It's very dangerous. But the unwritten rules are basically, don't paint over anybody you can't paint better than. And if you got into graffiti art because of a movie, just be careful, man. You got to know that there's dangers out there. It's very dangerous. You could run into somebody who might want to hurt you over walls that we don't even own. Back in the 90s, I started painting heavily in Atlanta, and I made a name for myself because I went out tagging, and I basically put my tag all over the city. And it's just very dangerous getting into this sport, because that's what it is. It is a sport. It's an unofficial street competition. That's what I've basically brought it down to. Graffiti art is an unofficial street competition. How you know that you're dope? If you painted one of these yards and it gets scribbled on, and your piece gets painted over the next day, it wasn't dope. The streets will let you know if you're dope or not, if you're hot, if your pieces are of a quality that deserve respect. I've seen pieces go up and they last weeks, months. I've seen a piece last a year. That's how you know you're dope. If nobody touches your piece, you're dope and they respect it. If it gets scribbled on or painted over, forget it. It wasn't dope, and don't get mad if it gets painted over, because that's the game, man. You paint these pieces. If it gets painted over, hey, that's how it is. I just hope you get a flick. If you get a flick of your piece, that's basically all you can ask for. Draw in your black book. You know what I'm saying? Draw in your black book. Get a sketchbook and draw in your black book. and don't get yourself arrested. There are so many places you can paint where you can ask for permission. There are stores, there are shopping centers where this is allowed. Ask for permission, draw up a sketch, and show them the sketch and be like, hey, I'd like to paint this on your wall. May I have your permission? Try to get it in writing. Get yourself a little document so when the police come, you show them the document with the phone numbers on it for the property owners, and the police can call the property owners and verify that you have permission to paint there. Just be careful out there. I've been painting graffiti heavily since 1992, and I do it legally now. I look for only permission spots. Some of the other writers might say that's whack. You're a toy for doing that. Only paint illegal. That's stupid. Don't get yourself arrested. Don't get yourself shot. Just be careful in life. And, if you want to paint these pieces, look for permission spots so you don't get in trouble and you don't get arrested. I was fortunate. I went through my whole graffiti career without ever getting arrested. And I'm not playing anymore. I'm 48 years old and I'm not going to get arrested for painting graffiti. I can draw in my sketchbook, or I can wait till I have a spot at one of these hip hop festivals where they have competitions for you to paint graffiti and you could win a prize or something. Totally legal. So that's what I'm looking for. I hope the knowledge that I have, bleeds out and you get the message. Be careful what you're doing. Like I said, it can be dangerous, but take care of yourself and do the right thing.